I don't know what it is about these speed dating events, but I keep seeing these videos of women speaking. I went to a speed dating event. There was no men there. I went to a singles event. There were no men there. Respectfully, haven't y'all been coming on this internet telling men that they need to stop dating and they need to leave women alone? Didn't y'all come on this internet and say it's all men till no men? Didn't y'all come on this internet and sit up here and say, well, if me and you make the same amount, I'm technically better than you in my mind as a woman, because why as a man don't you make more money than me? Even though that man is a direct reflection of you, the only difference is y'all gender. I already know somebody would be like, well, you have a victim mentality. So then what's the difference when y'all came on this internet and say social media warped the mind of people and their bodies and said it was okay that a lot of women sat up there and started getting BBLs because they noticed that some women were getting attention by lustful, thirsty men online, and they sat up there and felt less than because of their natural body? Why wasn't that woman able to think the same way you want these men to think? Because there's a psychological effect some of you psych majors should know, right? I never took psych, but I understand if I go on this app every day and told I'm nothing, even though we make the same, that's gonna play into my psyche. As I said, some of us men still know how to read y'all defense. It's not that hard, but isn't it funny? My fault. I should know better. It's just not the same.
Want to charge me $11 to see the guys that have liked me when I created my profile 1 minute ago and I already have 20 likes? And you want me to pay $11?
Honey, you've got a big storm coming.
Yeah, that's how they do it. That's how they get you. She created the account only moments ago, you guys. She created this account moments ago, posted her pics on there, went and took a leak, came back and had 20 matches, all waiting to be uncovered. And I've heard that this kind of happens to men sometimes too, but all the matches are usually just women that are more beasts and really don't take care of themselves, which is perfectly fine. I'm sure they'll find somebody, but a lot of these men are gonna not even get near something like that because of, you know, what they are.
To see who liked me? Seriously? That app is going to bankrupt. I give it 2 more weeks.
Hey, you wanted this, right? Just wake up. You're in the middle of it. You want to run? Go ahead. No one's stopping you. Stop complaining.
What's funny is that these dating apps will never go bankrupt because actually a lot of women do pay that. They pay that monthly fee to stay on the apps and to swipe and get all the chads. A lot of women do pay. They will say that they don't pay, but they definitely pay. A lot of women do pay to get matches.
That a guy you've been seeing for literally months will be like, I just don't know what I want. And I'm like, oh, you don't? I think that's just a fancy way of saying, I know what I don't want. You. Thanks, good chat.
No, he did want you. He got you. He got you for a moment. He got you for a few nights, and then he discarded you. And then this is what happens whenever. Again, this is modern dating. This is what women have curated for themselves. They wanted to be treated this way. This is what they've been wanting. You know, they will say differently. A lot of women say the exact opposite. They say they want to be treated with respect and dignity, and they want to be treated right and all this. But that's not what they respond to. They see men that will actually do that for them, and you know what they call them? Boring, predictable. These guys are lame. The dudes they chase are the men that really just don't give a shit about them. They're not going to give them anything they want, but they're going to keep wanting it from them because, well, that's just the way they are.
Women are giving up on marriage? Allow me to explain why. It used to be the case that if you were a man who wanted to get married, all you had to do was have a very average job, and that was enough to get you a wife. You didn't need to be emotionally intelligent. You didn't need to be likable. You didn't need to know how to cook or clean. You didn't even need to be attractive. All you really...
I love these types of videos because of the way they word it. You can tell this is some sort of women-centric website because all of the men's websites are saying the exact opposite, which is women don't get married unless they're asked to get married. So women can't give up on getting married because there's not an option. They're not being asked. So yeah, marriages are falling to the wayside. Marriages are pretty much non-existent in a lot of these upcoming generations, unless it's very traditional sort of areas, sure, but for the most part marriages just aren't happening anymore. That's because men are not asking these women to get married, because men are not worrying about it. They're not trying to date these types of women. They're not trying to live with these women. They don't want to marry these women. They have these women for a night or two, and they give it a test drive, and then they move along. They move along and they find someone more pleasant. And then this is the reality. These are the types of women that just do not like this. They cannot understand why men are not asking them to get married. So they have to go online and search for something that reinforces their bias, which is this right here. Women are not getting married. Well, of course, women are not getting married. They're not getting asked to get married.
Really needed was an income to get a woman to commit to you for life because we didn't have very many options. Now that women are able to take care of ourselves financially, men who want to get married are forced to try and be likable, which of course they hate because they're not very good at it. Most men have never scrubbed a bathtub and can barely fry an egg, so why would a woman who can pay her own bills want to cohabitate with you?
Here's something else, and you got to love these little jabs that, it all stems from insecurities with these women. They are threatened by the reality that men can be happy alone. Men can be happy alone. But I've never seen single women be happy alone. They always have to post these videos online. They always have to do these weird coping sessions on TikTok. It is very weird. It's a very weird thing they do. But then the whole time they're saying that men are the ones that are insecure. We're the ones that can't be alone. A lot of men are perfectly fine alone. This is the exact opposite of what I've been seeing. However, I see a lot of videos like this where women are they're angry. They're throwing the insults. Oh, men don't even know how to wash a bathtub. Look, bathtubs get cleaned. Okay. Don't worry about our bathtubs. Some of the women I've dated just do not clean. That's my experience with women dating personally. I'm pretty sure there's a lot of clean women out there. I've dated one or two of those as well. But for the most part, my experience with women are women that are they do not clean. They don't. It's kind of sad. Room's always a mess. There's makeup all over the bathroom. It's chaos. It's chaos in a lot of these places. But you can't talk about that. You can't talk about that. Men are doing just fine alone. And here's the thing: men do not need women to clean for them or cook for them. Men are perfectly fine doing that by themselves. However, women are the ones that are having issues doing things without men. That's real, though. That is a real thing.
Absolutely resent the fact that women are no longer forced to accept the bare minimum. But instead of taking a cooking class, many men have resorted to the strategy of shaming women who are single and telling us that we expire at age 30. But I don't think you're going to be able to shame women into having kids they don't want with men who don't deserve it.
Men really don't care about shaming women. This goes back to one of my previous things I said, where men do not care. Men don't care. They're in your comment section trying to enlighten you, trying to educate you on what's really going on, because a lot of women are stuck in this echo chamber. And take it from me, I see a lot of videos in the women's space, the women's sphere of TikTok. So there's a lot of information I get, and I show it all on this channel. And there's a lot of it that I agree with. I'm going to have videos coming up where I agree with a lot of what these women think sometimes. But for the most part, it's just these types of delusions where I don't know how this math ever takes place. Like, women think that they're not getting married, so therefore they're choosing not to get married. It's not a choice. You can't choose something that isn't being chosen for you. That's not how marriages work. Unless you're asking another woman to get married, which I don't think that's what they're talking about. They're talking about women and men getting married. And so if these men are not asking these women to get married, guess what? Probably not going to get married.
Marriages then make men desirable again. Women don't want to be your mommy anymore. Learn how to use a vacuum, take a cooking class, and buy your girlfriend some flowers. Because if you want a wife, you're going to have to offer her more than your $40K salary and a negative DraftKings record.
Stop it. Get some help.
Who hurt this woman? A man did this woman bad, and she is she's on a spree over here. She is completely hurt. She is the pain is there. The pain is real.
I love the pain, because the pain is the truth. The hurt is the truth.
This is what happens whenever these types of women, and look, I'm not saying she's unattractive. Okay. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm not saying she's unattractive, but there is something to be said about women that do tend to date above their level, and then they get treated a certain way, and then they're surprised. Then they make videos like this. So, I'm not saying that causation or correlation equals causation, but you can kind of just put the dots together and make the connections yourself. It's pretty much common sense that women that look like that tend to think a little more highly of themselves, and they will try to date those certain types of men that really just don't care about them or anything they do or a future with them or anything. They just are looking for that one thing that those women provide them, and then these men are on to the next one.
If you're gonna treat me as an option and make me feel like I don't mean anything to you, I'm just gonna wake up one morning and be like, you know what, I'm not doing this anymore. I'm taking myself off of this motherfucking Ferris wheel. And you have fun circling on your own. Like, I don't know. Invite all the bitches. I don't care.
What's my most traumatic experience? I don't know, but I know what yours is.
These women never hop off the carousel. They always get kicked off. They always get forcibly removed off of these carousels. There's never an instance where these women realize, oh, maybe I should not date these types of men anymore. That's not it. They never come to that realization. It is always, let me hang out with this guy for months and months and months while he's entertaining all these other women and see if I can change him. These women want to change these men and not realizing that these men aren't changing anything.
Literally had the best connection. So much chemistry. Great conversation. Not a single sign to lead to that he wasn't into it. And then the match is gone. Once again.
Here we go again.
You catfished him. You catfished him. And I'm not going to say it in this video. You guys know what I'm talking about, but this is a definite catfish. Those Instagram angles do not shine through whenever you start to talk to someone and get to know them. And these women do some camera tricks. Okay. You know, I'm pretty sure the angle was at a certain degree where, you know, the nose looked a little bit smaller and the head looked a little less like handsome Squidward. Yeah, I'm pretty sure there's camera tricks to be done here. And yeah, a lot of men will probably match with something like this. Yeah, they are probably going to look for better options if they can, and then just leave you on red, or in this case, just delete you off of their profile altogether, like you're some sort of deceased ghost or something. Like they just don't even want to see your name anymore.
Another time. I just don't understand. I don't get it. Did you delete the app? Did you unmatch me? Did I accidentally unmatch you? Like, my brain is spinning and numb all at the same time.
Oh, no, hang on. I don't want to talk to you anymore.
I'm not sure how your brain could be spinning and be numb all at the same time when you lack the proper equipment. Into these comments real quick. A lot of men saying that they're not getting matches at all. Been there, done that. Tell as old as time with this type of stuff. I would recommend these women not catfish these men. You know, just put a picture of your face up on there. Don't do all the makeup. Don't get all glammed up. These men need to see what you really look like. Will you get less matches? Yes. Okay. But are you being honest with yourself and with these men? Yes, as well. So, you know, if you're going to be posting on these dating apps and on social media with a whole bunch of men, and guys see this. Men look at these pictures and the first thing they think is, okay, what filters is she using? What makeup, like how much makeup did she cake on? Like, well, what is going on here? And it's, you know, a man shouldn't have to be a fucking Sherlock Holmes to try to figure out who's underneath the mask, like a goddamn Scooby-Doo episode. Like, what the fuck are we doing here? Okay. And then these women get mad. They connect with these dudes. These dudes find out what they really look like, maybe through a FaceTime call or something. And then they wonder why they unmatched them. You can't help people like this. But anyways, fellas, that's going to be the end of today's video. Let me know what you guys think. Leave me a comment. Subscribe if you're new. Like the video if you haven't liked it already. And I will catch you guys later. Rat Boy out.